You know what? Giving up my baby for adoption is not an option for me.
I know, I just mean that there are other people who need to be involved in making this decision.
AJ's gonna be so crazy about this. He's gonna bring the whole family down on me.
I didn't mean AJ. I meant Sonny. Because regardless of the circumstances, he is the baby's father.
What are you saying? You think that I should tell him that I'm pregnant?
I don't see how you can avoid it.
No, absolutely not. No, Sonny can never know that this baby is his.
Hey.
Hi. How's it going?
Okay, everything all right?
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Yeah? Okay.
Roy.
Yeah?
Wait. Are you heading back from the warehouse?
Just finished my shift.
Was Sonny around?
They're expecting him later.
Oh, okay. Good. Thanks.
You want me to give him a message?
No, that's okay. So, how's it going with you?
Oh, you know, back and forth. Back and forth. Why do you want to see Sonny?
It's personal.
Personal to you or to me?
What is that supposed to mean?
You're still mad because I broke that date, right?
You really think I'm upset about a bunch of old snapshots from the campus disco?
Bobbie, I wanted to look at him, okay?
I know, and I said it was fine.
I had business.
You made it very clear.
And I have tried to keep you out of this, and what do? You keep barging into it.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Hey, go ahead. Get Sonny to fire me from the warehouse. Make sure I never work for him anywhere. It's all very touching. I get the good intentions. But the fact is, you're messing up my life, and I wish you wouldn't.
Do you really think every instant of my life is all about you? Well, if you want to self-destruct, I can't stop you.
Who is self-destructing?
Hey, man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
I mean, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, why don't you tell me? Because you're the one who says it all the time.
When did I ever say that?
You know, Roy, I'm actually worried about somebody I think I might actually be able to help.
Oh, I see. In other words, not me.
Exactly.
Oh. Okay, then I was out of line. I'm sorry. But you have been on my case so much about Sonny Corinthos.
Well, can you blame me?
Well, you could understand why I would jump to the wrong conclusion.
Well, I'm right about Sonny. I mean, you know I am. Sonny's, you know, he's okay. He's a decent guy. But you get involved with him, and it's like walking through a minefield. You can get blown away.
I'm being careful, Bobbie.
I've been so afraid for you.
I so wish you wouldn't be.
The person I should have been afraid for all this time is my daughter.
What happened? She ditched the Quartermains?
Ugh, forget the Quartermains.
Yeah? You can tell me, all right?
Carly's pregnant with Sonny's baby.
You want to run that the hell by me again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Carly is pregnant by Sonny Corinthos?
Yeah.
No. Carly's married to a Quartermain, right? And Sonny was living with Hannah, so how did he and Carly have the time to get together and make babies?
I don't know. I didn't ask for any details.
Oh, no. I told Hannah, I told her from the beginning, this is a mistake. Sonny Corinthos will break your heart. I told her. Did she listen to me? I mean, the guy has ruined her life. She still can't get over him. She's still putting herself through hell every second of the day over this guy. And he had Carly any damn time he felt like it.
Roy, let me get this straight. You're upset because Hannah's other boyfriend was cheating on her?
Hannah's other what?
I've seen you and Hannah down here on the docks.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah, and you know, I've been wondering just how much she meant to you, so... Okay, now I know.
So you've been following me, Bobbie, or what?
No, well, you don't have to pretend anymore, okay? I know Hannah's your girlfriend.
Oh, you don't really think that.
Well, what am I supposed to think?
She's not my girlfriend, she's my daughter.
Hannah Scott is your daughter?
That's right.
Is she why you came back?
One reason.
So 20 years ago when you and I were
Yeah.
You were were so upset about, my background, or my purity, whatever that means.
I was a jerk. Bobbie, I was a jerk, but I've already copped to that.
What about now?
It was high school.
You in Port Charles?
It was years before you moved here. A long time before you moved here. I got my girlfriend pregnant.
Did you marry her?
All her parents didn't want me in the living room, much less in her family. They moved to Canada.
The whole family?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, they were rich, you know. Not Quartermain rich, but... And I tried to find out where they went, but I couldn't. I didn't have the money to really look. I didn't know what happened to the baby. I was afraid that they'd make her give it up. Didn't even know if it was a boy or a girl.
It must have been terrible.
Yeah.
How did you ever find her?
Well, she found me. My girlfriend did. I mean, you know, it was like 3 years after they left. I was out of school, doing this and that.
Working for Frank Smith?
Yep, just getting started.
So what happened? Your girlfriend came back?
I picked up the phone one day and it was her. Would I meet her in Washington Square in the Village?
In Manhattan?
Yeah. Yeah. She said she wanted me to meet our daughter. Her parents would never know. And, you know, I was out the door. It was one of those real hot New York days. We met beside the big arch.
I know. I've been there.
Yeah. I was late. Took the wrong subway. Ran all the way from Broadway. So afraid they'd be gone. And then I saw this little girl. Hair down to her shoulders, little white dress. She was dancing. It was Hannah. Some guy was playing guitar. There was this hippie chick playing flute. A bunch of people gathered around. I saw my girlfriend. I walked up and stood beside her, and I couldn't think of a single thing to say, but it was totally cool because Hannah was dancing. You know, she was just the most beautiful little angel. And for that one afternoon, it was like nothing had ever happened. We were just this family out on a summer's day. I bought my daughter a slice of pizza, and she'd only eat the pepperonis, and Mama didn't want her drinking soda, so I bought her lemonade. I wasn't very old and didn't really have a lot to say to me. When they had to leave, she shook my hand. Serious. Just perfect.
So, did you see her again?
Well, we made a plan that we'd get together and, you know, I'd get to see her every other month or so. We'd meet in different parts of the city. I got an address where I could send them money. But the checks started coming back. And I didn't see Hannah again for years.
I'm sorry.
You know, once I even went back to Washington Square, as if I hung out there, maybe they'd show up, you know? But I was getting in deeper with Frank Smith, so I told myself it was probably just as well.
Well, probably was.
I tried really hard not to look back.
I know that feeling.
It's hard to stop thinking about that little girl, that tiny little girl dancing in Washington Square.
They let me hold Carly once, for a little while.
Oh, so you know what it's like.
You thought about her every day.
Yeah.
And you wondered where she lived.
If she had a stepfather, was he good to her?
And if she had a birthday cake every year.
I used to tell her good night, like to myself. Almost every night.
Even when you were with me?
Yeah.
So, how did you find her?
Well, in prison, you know, it got more intense. I mean, I lost you, I lost Luke. My whole life, pretty much. The FBI was sending me all over the place, telling me to be these different people. I don't know who the hell I was. I was out of my mind, but I knew that Hannah was what I had, that she was my blood, and I knew she was out there. I used to get letters from her.
How did she find you when nobody else could?
I told the feds to find her. They needed my help. I was no good to them, you know, I'm missing my daughter and everything. They found her. And, she was, you know, a little kid. We were like pen pals.
It must have been wonderful for you.
Then when she was old enough to decide for herself, she started to visit me, you know. No matter where they'd send me, she'd find a way to get there.
Hannah visited you in Pentonville?
I think maybe at the beginning. Bobbie, I'm not saying I did this right.
So what's the big secret? Why can't anybody know she's your daughter?
Because of this ridiculous life I lead. From the get-go, I've had to protect her from the people I deal with, from Frank Smith, from the work I was doing when I was in the joint. I mean, if somebody knew, she could get hurt. And, you know, now...
You gotta keep it a secret because of Sonny.
Yeah, if he knew...
Yeah, because if Sonny knew, I know. He wouldn't hire you.
Hannah's safer this way, anyway.
You know what? She told me that she had ties here. So, at least now I know what she meant.
I don't want anybody knowing about this, Bobbie.
Okay. I understand. Roy, if you hadn't shot Mitch Williams, and we'd got married like we planned, would you have told me about Hannah? I would have told you about Carly eventually. I think.
I wasn't sure you'd want to hear about Hannah.
Well, I wasn't sure you want to hear about Carly.
We were gonna have kids, remember? Our own kids.
We were always a little ahead of ourselves, weren't we?
I guess. I feel bad about this, so it was a hell of a way for you to hear about it.
It's okay. I'm glad you got to spend some time with her. Because I know what it's like to miss out on raising your child.
Thanks.
Anyway, who am I to judge how anybody deals with children? You've done such a great job with Carly.
Well, you did the best you could.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I didn't hurt her.
There's no way you could have kept her.
Well, yeah, I mean, it may have been the reality, but Carly feels like I abandoned her. It's her greatest fear, and she's built her life around it.
That's something Carla's gonna have to work out for herself.
Roy, she hurts other people deliberately when she gets scared. I mean, she has done some serious damage to herself and to Jason and to Michael.
And to you, I'll bet.
Yeah, well, so what? I mean, I can fight back. But Michael can't, and neither can this baby. I mean, a child needs to know who its father is.
You know, this might be one you should stay out of, Bobbie.
You know what? I stayed out of it for the first 2 years of Michael's life, and his entire life was utter chaos. You know why? Because Carly let him get really close to Jason, and then she yanked him away, and we all ended up in court. And Michael cried every night. So you know what? I'm not going to let her do that to another child. And at least Hannah was lucky. You were honest with her right from the beginning. You were a real part of her life.
I'm not sure I was that much help.
Sonny needs to know that Carly is pregnant with his child. So all I have to do is convince her to tell him.